If you're trying to decide between the Babyark convertible car seat and the Nuna Exec all-in-one car seat, well, this is the video to watch, because in this video, I'm going to be reviewing these two super premium car seats. They are super premium because they are up there in terms of price, but they both offer pretty incredible enhanced safety features. I'm going to be going through the differences step by step to help you figure out which one of these car seats to get. So here is the comparison. So this is the Babyark convertible car seat. This is the Nuna Exec. So let's talk a little bit about what makes them different. So the Nuna Exec is an all-in-one car seat. You can use it from newborn, and then it turns into a convertible car seat. It goes rear facing, then it goes forward facing with a harness, but then you can actually stop using the harness and it turns into a booster seat. So you can use this through booster seat like up till 8 years old until your child is ready to go to a seatbelt. The Babyark is only a convertible car seat. It does start at newborn, but you can only goes rear facing and forward facing to 65 pounds, does not turn into a booster seat. You can see they're both in the rear facing position because that's for that first stage. The Babyark goes rear facing to 55 pounds and the Nuna Exec goes rear facing to 50 pounds. Both car seats are flame retardant free. All Nuna car seats, FYI, are flame retardant free. But let's get into more of the details between these two things. The Babyark has a load leg and an anti-rebound panel. The Exec has an anti-rebound panel and no load leg. But the Babyark has something that is very different from the Exec and pretty much every other car seat. It has the safe coil system. Let me show it to you. So you can actually remove the Babyark from the base. It's an installed base. It's very similar to what you may have for, well, it's almost exactly what you have for your infant car seat. So you remove this and you can see, voila, here is the base. So what you can see here is, I do a full review of the Babyark on the channel, but just to summarize, you have a load leg, you have the seatbelt installation and rigid latch, and you have this anti-rebound panel, but inside the base of the car seat, you'll see these windows. It's something called the safe coil system. That is a braking system, a shock absorbing system, which was developed actually for armored vehicles and for helicopters. It is a shock absorbing system, so you can imagine, like if you're in a helicopter, it spins and then crashes, what it does is there's only a certain amount of forces that happen in a crash, and what the idea is that the energy of the crash diverts away from the child and into those safe coil systems, which makes this super safe. And then what you'll do is you'll take the car seat and you can just put it back in the rear facing position, or if you're using it in the forward facing position, you just turn it around like this, and you have it like this. You have it in the forward-facing position. And again, you have this nice non-rethread harness, and you have this really interesting chest clip, which is a magnetic and locking mechanism chest clip, which is, again, very convenient and very safe. Okay, now in terms of the Exec, it's also a really wonderful car seat, also really easy to install. So it's not installed with a rigid latch. What happens is, inside of this, so I still have the infant insert in here. So I'll just remove it. It's a more traditional chest clip. So that is the crotch thing. Really nice textiles always with Nuna. See, and they really think of it. They have this like really nice little leatherette on top of the button. And then so when you put in the Exec, what you're going to do is in here, there are these little windows. And what these windows do, no windows, they're like doors. I use the word windows, but I meant to say doors. So in here, what you're going to do is you open up these doors, and those are tensioning plates. And then what it does is it tensions in the seatbelt, which makes it actually very, very easy to install. So in terms of ease of installation, they're actually both very easy to install. This is optimized to be installed with a seatbelt, even though there are latch connectors that you could use with them. It's like I said, it's optimized to be used with a seatbelt. It's also, I think, easier to install with a seatbelt. Something lovely about the Nuna Exec is that anti-rebound panel, when you flip that down, turns into a calf support. And so that your child's gonna be very comfortable in the forward-facing position. Again, you're gonna be using this through booster seat. And so when your toddler or your preschooler is in your Exec, you want them to be as comfortable as possible. They're both 17 inches wide. They both have side impact protection. There's an extra little pod here on the side, but the Babyark has a different type of pod. It's called the Babyark system. You pop this out, and there's a little metal pin inside here. So if you're, God forbid, in a crash, the crash happens in the side, and the energy gets diverted away from the child, which is a really nice safety feature. In terms of the look, I think they have like very modern looks. I think that, again, for those preschoolers, we want our children in these child seats as long as they're willing to be in it, because there's enhanced safety features in these products, especially if they're in the age where they need to be harnessed in. Even when they're that booster seat age, have them in a child restraint system until they are old enough and safe enough to be in a seatbelt is really, really important. They have all the side impact protection that it has. In addition to the side impact protection of the Babyark system, they have something inside the headrest called a D30 polymer, which is an additional shock absorbing material that they put into the headrest, which again enhances the safety of the car seat. So I think between these two car seats, I think you really can't go wrong. There are similarities, there are differences. If you have any questions about these two car seats, just drop a comment below. You can also go over to our Instagram and our TikTok at mbeans.com. Send me a DM. I'm better at Instagram than TikTok, but you can send me a DM on Instagram, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions between these two amazing car seats, and I'll see you at another video.